Well, hello there, you two, and welcome to what started out as a 42 degree Wednesday, the 20 something another, 28th. It's 63 already now. Isn't that crazy? It just has that haze to it, like it's gonna be a barn burner. It should be 80 degrees here, and I think mid 80s in Vancouver. And then I think it's supposed to cool off to a high of like 66 and rainy tomorrow. How strange. I just can't believe how much that grass has jumped out since mowing that. I did this backyard on Sunday. I mean, it definitely needs cut already. It's crazy. But it's, it got a lot of healthy rain here in even over the weekend. But anyway, it's nice now. It doesn't look jungly yet. Boy, you get those hot days where it's in the 80s and stuff like that out there trying to mow that thing. But unfortunately, it dries up. We don't get any rain, and then the grass just starts turning brown. I'm not going to risk our well by trying to water a lawn this big. It's going to be a farm lawn. But anyway, let's go to work. It's beautiful out here. 71 degrees here in Vancouver, and not a cloud in the sky.
Nope.
Man,
It's gonna be a warm one.
it's gonna be a cooker.
Yep.
It's already crazy warm inside this car.
Yeah, it is. I'm melting.
I was just shy of kicking the air conditioner on. I just cracked the back windows, and it kind of flows through nice and comfortable. Stop, roll the windows up. Just like, oh man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hot when we come out here tonight.
Yeah.
Mama,
That's all right.
we made it to hump day.
We did.
Made it to the bump in the road.
Yeah.
Let's go in there and bust her out.
Alrighty.
All right. Have yourself a wonderful day and try to stay cool. I'm
You
sure
too.
they'll crank those air conditioners up.
Yep. And then it'll probably be freezing.
Yeah. Mom will have to buy a new coat today.
I know. I just wore one.
Or
there.
demo one for a few hours or whatever.
Something.
I'm sure one of the service guys will leave a door open and heat it all up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they never shut the doors.
All right, Mom.
All right, Paul.
Have yourself a wonderful day.
You too.
All right, love you. See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
All right, so the first service is done, and perfect. She complaining she has an iPhone 13, complaining of poor connectivity. I guess at the beginning, then it seems to get better. So I'm using her iPhone. It's an OEM iPhone port. I'm just using my little iPhone 12 mini that uses Lightning. It's really crucial that you have those ports clean. And I use these little dental tools. And what I do is I take that little wand and I bend it in half. And that fits perfect. And you can clean your port out with that. And anyway, you get these things that are coming, a multi-pack. This one's called Dumb. I think I got these at Walmart. And there's different levels of them too. I think this is the skinny one. Or maybe it's the thicker one, I don't know. Yeah, this is the thicker one. This is probably better for a Lightning port. And the skinny ones are good for USB-C. Because, yes, they do get dirty. So, yeah, get these things. They're really cheap. And it's crucial. That's the biggest thing we've had with iPhones and the Spyders is the port itself getting dirty. It's more open and more stuff can get in there. And don't be fooled, it can get into USB-C too. Maybe not as easy because it doesn't have the big square shoving everything in there. I don't know why, but they definitely get dirty. And the problem is Apple CarPlay uses a lot of data. and that's where the Lightning, you know, USB-C can transport massive stuff. Like the hard drives and stuff I use are USB-C, and they just fly, you know. And anyway, Apple CarPlay uses a lot of data, and if that port's dirty, that's when a dirty port will, or connection problems and instability will happen. So let's get this thing out and just take it for a rip. I'll just leave the Apple CarPlay running there so you guys can spy on where I go or whatever you want to do. I got it on Google Maps, and I made sure my port was clean. I literally cleaned it before I hooked it up. I just get it's so small, it sits in the bottom of my pocket and it picks up lint and stuff. So yeah, let's go take it for a rip. That cable out there. This guy's not going to block me out of here, is he? I think he very well could. I think I can get around him. .78 degrees is what my it's only 78. Man, is it beautiful out here. Holy moly. Cruise around on the sea of the sky. Life is good. Gotta watch out for the crazy people everywhere. Look at this. 2 days in a row I've why do I got school bus? They must be getting out early today. That's interesting. Now we're waiting for school buses. Slow down. It's our neighborhood. Thanks. Yeah, it definitely must be an early release today, huh? Kitty poos. Oh, we're gonna get. I'm just gonna turn off because we're getting hung right before where I turn. I was playing around. I was playing around with different maps while I was sitting there, so the bus took off and I just pulled over in the shade there for a second to mess around. You know, we're going to hit the bumpy road today. I think this rear suspension is set too stiff and needs to be reset, because that feels really stiff in the back. And every once in a while you get one that's not calibrated. There's actually a TST, maybe even a bulletin on it. Yeah, that's way too stiff. Well, that rear shock is riding like a buckboard back there. Oh man, she don't even know how nice this thing rides, because it's been doing it for the last 3,000 miles. Man, the procedure is so different than the old ones. It's actually really, really nice. Yeah, that needs to be adjusted. And it kind of feels like it's riding high in the rear too. The Google Maps through CarPlay is very like non-obtrusive almost would like a little more contrast in it. To be honest with you, I can't even read the names on the roads there. Yeah, that's rough. Holy moly, this poor cow has no idea just how incredible this thing goes down the road. Well, I'm going to avoid the road work and do one of my other little routes here. Ooh, gotta stay out of the triangle of shame, I call them. That's where all your nails and broken whatever is laying in that little triangle where cars take a left or they take a right. Avoid them. It always looks like a triangle. Dang. You know, I feel really bad that she's been driving this thing for 3,000 miles and probably absolutely loves it. Gotti there. She doesn't even know how nice this thing really is. She's kind of bucky. That's something we haven't done in a long time. Done our little loop down here. Remember, I used to come down here all the time. The old bamboo trees. Remember that house was during COVID ended up being abandoned. It is amazing how quick a house, when it's not lived in, just starts to break down. It's actually crazy. You know, I see those things here and there, and I can only assume that in a flooding event that the water will pool in that big area. But I see them around. There's another one. I don't know if I'll pass it here, but it's another one going down Covington. Yeah, I don't like the way Google Maps. I mean, I'm sure it'll be a whole lot different if you actually had navigation going, but I like it just to see, you know, see things around. And but yeah, it's pretty faint. The writing, the streets, and again, I'm sure it's, you know, non-focus because there's no routes that. Man, is it beautiful back here now. Wasn't it just like yesterday? I was going, just think, all these trees with no leaves will all fill in, it'll be beautiful. And here we are. I don't see Rick roaming around out here. You know, think about the odds. It's not like he just hangs around out there all the time, you know. But think of the odds of actually coming through and catching him out there. Man, even the tires, exactly 20, 20, and 28 in the rear. Absolutely exactly. Pulled the phobos off and checked them. They're absolutely spot on. And just put the phobos back on. Didn't even have to break out the air hose. It's not that bad when you're going, but it's definitely stiffer than it's supposed to be. To be honest with you, my mind's drawing a blank on how you do it. I know I've got the thing saved on how to adjust it. The rear suspension, that is. You know, before you had you know, boards and this and that and whatever. It's all weird. But I just gotta roll her in the shop there right quick, and I know it involves letting all the air out. but I don't remember the sequence. It's been a while since I came across one that needed it. It was usually when I was doing the alignments on them. The techs don't drive them far enough to, because they know I'm going to ride them. So they don't drive them far enough to notice that the suspension's all pumped up in the rear. And this one's, whoa, we definitely had what looks like an automobile fire there. Wow, that's scary looking. Doesn't look like she was riding on eco mode. The oil literally came out just as clean as the new oil put in. Don't let that fool you in thinking you don't need to change the oil. You definitely need to change the oil. You know, it's really important to do it, you know, around that 3,000 mark. I mean, she's a couple miles early, but you get people that, you know, you literally have salesmen that tell them, oh yeah, the first service is at 600 miles. You know, he must leave that, whatever that barrier is, must leave that there. So imagine he probably feels like a, you know, a fish sitting on a table, you know, in a fish bowl. I would feel that way. Everybody that walks by, drives by, crazy guy on Spyders and other motorcycles, driving through, waving at him all the time. Let's go let the 23 see the sky meet the 24. Well, she just runs like a top. There's a little bit of notchy delay there, wasn't it? It's still there. Oh, hey, there's these guys. Hey, all right. You guys don't be looking all cutesy at each other there. I see them, hear them gears are grinding in your little three-wheeler minds. Going, oh yeah. Slip her in the shade here a little bit. I don't know, I need to walk around see the sky. I think I've showed you these a time or two. I mean, you definitely see everything there. It's just you think when you're driving down the road it'd be a little clear, you know, a little more contrast in the road and in the names. Of course, I don't have my glasses on either. I would probably see it a whole lot better. I mean, I can make out what it says, but it's faint when I'm driving down the road. You know, I like that, you know, give it a quick glance and see what it says. I need to see what Google Maps looks like when I'm using it, you know, on the screen mirroring thing, like the Aochi or the Chiggy. I done got that thing in a mode to get them fan cycling, and she just keeps her going. Sure are beautiful. All of them are beautiful. The only one that was a little weird to me was the 22. I wasn't quite sure about that. What was that? Kind of a purplish blue, and it's kind of flat. It was a matte like this, but I don't know. But that was during a time where there were shortages. I think we literally only had 2 of them ever. Look, my shield it's going through the shield and causing that reflection down there. You see it on the ground? I got an orb around me. Can you guys see that? Alrighty. Let's get her in the shop there and do an ACS readjustment there. Doesn't seem like it's riding high. But then, you know, I took my weight off and it, I don't know. It just seems awfully stiff. I'm just going to go through the procedure, and that's what they feel like when they're not set right. Is it feels like it's riding high in the rear, and seems like it has unusual damping. I wasn't pushing the brake pedal far enough to let it shift. Like, what's going on? I think I just had my foot resting there and not actually pushing it down. I'm going, what? The paddle's not shifting. The paddle is broken. Good Lord. And some kid cruise through here in the evening light and not see that thing. And I mean, that thing's dangerous. A little fresh air to flow through them radiators. It don't matter. Them fans work so good that she can handle it. Alrighty. Well, this is gonna be fun. I gotta open the gate and figure out how I'm gonna get around this guy. Alright. Well, thanks for coming along for a Sea Sky ride. You always gotta love that. So I reconfigured and recalibrated the ACS. It was off. And man, I took my GoPro and my Pocket DJI Osmo Pocket 3 were they were backing stuff up. So I rode with my half helmet. Everything was transferring files and stuff, so I didn't record the ride. Just went around the block and hit some bumpy areas, went shooting through the parking lot over there where I go over the speed bumps and stuff. The first thing immediately, as soon as I left the parking lot and went up the street to go around, the first thing I noticed, the bike is riding level. It doesn't feel like it's kicking up, you know, with the rear in the air. Remember the old cars they did back in the 60s and 70s where they jacked the rear end all up, give it that weird, I don't know if that was a dragster look or something. Totally different ride to it. She'll be very happy. Yeah, much better ride. It was just riding. It wasn't configured correctly, and it was just riding at a higher ride height. And to achieve the higher ride height, it was putting more air in the bag than it needed to. So makes the bag, you know, it makes for a choppy ride. And that's what I felt when I was riding it. Because the suspension is basically riding topped out. You need to have that float between, you know, there's got to be a certain amount of sag because the suspension needs to, you know, be able to go down as much as soak something up. So the ride is jacked up and you know, kind of one-sided as far as damping's going, because it's already topped out. It's not, you know, it just makes for a rough ride. Anyway, I'm gonna turn the paperwork in, put my notes in, no charges to the customer, and if I can file anything, I'll get 3/10. I'll get 18 minutes for doing it, which is actually a fair price. Really, it doesn't take long to do it. I was gonna explain to you guys how you can do it yourself, but you have to have buds too to do it, because you got to relearn. This has got a bunch of steps to it. There's a bulletin for it. It's actually a bulletin, not a TST. And you got to have buds too. It's just not going to work without it. But anyway, I think we'll roll from there. Well, hello there, YouTube. That's nice and very comfortable here in Toledo. I didn't look to see what the temperature is. There's a whole lot better than the 81, 82, whatever it was there today.
Yeah, it feels good in the shade over
there. Oh, yeah,
there.
It feels great. There's a breeze out here. It feels really good.
Yeah.
It's just gorgeous outside.
It is beautiful.
It feels like summertime.
Mm-hmm.
Just right around the corner.
It is.
Yeah, the May's almost over, and on the, was it usually 21st or 22nd, whatever it works out to be, is summer solstice, and that's the beginning of summer and the beginning of the slide backwards the other way.
Yeah.
Heading towards winter solstice. But it seems to last a long time. You go, oh no, it's already summer solstice, but the time, it shortens as it goes by, but it's not in big leaps.
Mm-hmm.
But then it gets to that point, it does just that, big chunks out of each day. Oh no, this is the last day that sunsets within 9 o'clock. Oh
Yeah.
no, this is the last time at 8, then 7, then at 6, then we're doing goodbyes in the car in the dark.
Yeah.
But anyway, on that, we'll roll out.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up. You guys, sorry. You guys have a wonderful Thursday or Friday.
And I'll be in the correct decade today. I put 2035. I just typoed the thing in my title at the beginning of yesterday's vlog. Somebody pointed it out.
Oh, he's jumping to the future.
Yeah,
now,
jump
is
way
he?
in the future. Went on 10 years on.
Hey, I vote for that. Would be retired,
Yeah.
be traveling. Yeah,
10 years older too.
this is true.
But anyway, thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye now.